Good morning students and welcome to class 12 bio online classes. Due to lockdown we are not able to conduct the regular classes, but no need to worry. We are here in online classes to continue with our subject, and since there are many chapters in biology, we will start with the first chapter which is given in your syllabus, that is reproduction in organisms. You already have some idea about the word reproduction and its definition, but still I will try to write it here. Reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce young ones of their own kind. So first you need to write the definition. The process by which living organisms produce young ones of their own kind. Okay, but there are slight differences between the offsprings and the parents, which brings about variations between the parents and their children. And this reproduction is carried out in both plants as well as animals. You know that plants reproduce mainly in three different methods. But what are they? Vegetative propagation, asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction. But animals reproduce only by two methods, that is asexual and sexual reproduction. So before we discuss about the modes or the types of reproduction, just try to recall what is the need for reproduction. Why do animals or the plants need to reproduce? The answer is organisms or the living things need to reproduce. Living things reproduce to produce many organisms of their own kind for the continuation of the species. Living things reproduce for the perpetuation. One word is used, perpetuation means continuation, so that if living thing fails to reproduce, the last member of that species will no longer survive and eventually all of them will die. That will cause extinction of the living things. That's why they need to reproduce for the continuation. The simple word I can use, for the continuation of species. To produce many organisms of their own kind, so that their race can continue, they can survive in this world. That's why they need to reproduce. Now next is, what are the different modes of reproduction? Modes of reproduction. Just now I told you that for plants it is three types. For animals only two types are there. So here we'll talk about only broadly two main types of reproduction. Number A, asexual reproduction, and number B, sexual reproduction. Now, asexual reproduction is carried out in the plants by different methods, and some of the common methods of asexual reproduction which is done by the living things, I will just point out what are they. Number one, fission. Fission, you know, is splitting of an organism into two equal parts. It can be binary fission if it is divided into two equal parts, or for example in Plasmodium, one organism can produce many organisms at a time. So fission is further divided into two types, binary fission and multiple fission. Multiple means in which many organisms are produced at a time. So first one is fission, second one is fragmentation, as it occurs in certain Spirogyra. Fragmentation means in which the organism will split into many pieces. Fragments means pieces, and each piece can regenerate into a complete organism. Then comes budding. You have heard about the word bud. What is bud? Bud is young, immature outgrowth of an organism. and it is found in Hydra also. Hydra is a multicellular animal which is very small in size. It is found in sponge also. So budding is a method of asexual reproduction in which a small outgrowth from the body of the organism, like suppose this is an organism, a small bud, this is the outgrowth. This outgrowth will become bigger in size, and finally it will get detached from it. It will be separated, and both of them can lead an independent life. So this method of reproduction is called budding. Okay? Along with the diagram also you can understand. Now next method of asexual reproduction after budding is gamete formation. We'll talk about it in detail. Gamete formation. And the last one is spores. By spore formation. What is spores? Spores are the vegetative bodies which are very small, microscopic. They cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Like how a fungus grow on a piece of bread is due to the spores which are present in the atmosphere. Whenever they get favorable conditions, they can germinate into a complete organism. So we will talk about all of them in detail along with their examples. Here I have just listed what are the different methods of asexual reproduction: fission, fragmentation, budding, gamete formation, and spore formation. Okay. Now when we talk about the sexual reproduction, in sexual reproduction, two organisms or parents are required, in which a new organism is produced by the fusion of gametes produced by two different organisms that produces a new organism with different characters. So for sexual reproduction we can write that it involves fusion of gametes. What is gametes? Gametes are the reproductive cells, like egg cell in female and sperm cell in male. In asexual reproduction, there is no gamete formation. Gametes are not required. It is from a single plant or animal body only. A single parent is sufficient to produce a new organism. Like bud is formed as an outgrowth, they are specialized structures present on the body of a plant or animal which can give rise to a new organism. That is called asexual reproduction. But in sexual reproduction, two parents are needed. Okay? Two parents are needed. But here only one parent is needed when we talk about the differences between asexual and sexual method of reproduction. In general, plants reproduce by the method of vegetative propagation. You must have heard the word vegetative. Okay? In your previous classes also. What is vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction? Vegetative propagation means growth of a new plant from vegetative parts like roots, stems, leaves is called vegetative propagation. And asexual reproduction means the process in which new individuals are formed only from a single parent, not from two parents, whereas sexual reproduction is the one in which two organisms or the parents are involved in the formation of a new individual. So now next one is a term called lifespan. You may have heard the word lifespan. What is the meaning of this term? You need to write this one also. Lifespan, it is there in the syllabus. It is the time between the birth and the death of an organism. Time between the birth and death of an organism. Different organisms have different lifespan. Like some insects, they hardly survive for 1 hour. Some of them, like banyan trees, they can survive for 200, 500, 1000 years old also. So depending on the different organisms, they have different lifespan. So we need to learn about the lifespan of few organisms, which I will mention in the next video. Thank you.